Hey y'all, I got a new setup. God, it is bright as hell. And the chair is squeaking, and the camera's there, and I'm gonna look at you. All right. Let's knock this out. Hi, I'm reading the letter from the student, and then I'm gonna answer it. And I'm gonna take some notes. And I can't find my glasses. Hi, first I wanted to say thank you for an amazing talk today. It was so informative, and I really learned a lot from you. I don't know how appropriate this is, but I had a question that I've been trying to figure out the answer to, and I'm wondering if you've had any experience or advice. All right, here comes the question. Long story short, LOL, I'm into CNC, parentheses, consensual, non-consensual sex. I've tried to understand why or how, but I don't think I ever will. I've had some experience in the past with other guys consensually, and I honestly really loved it. My boyfriend, very healthy relationship, been together for 1.5 years, knows, and he has expressed that he's comfortable with it. I just don't know how to initiate it. I feel like the whole point of sex is that it's done consensually, and I'm worried that exploring this with my boyfriend might mean that we won't be able to have vanilla sex anymore because the dynamics will be off. All right, I'm going to read that again. I feel like the whole point of sex is that it's done consensually, and I'm worried that exploring this with my boyfriend might mean that we won't be okay to be able to have vanilla sex anymore because the dynamics will be off. I hope that makes sense. Human sexuality student. Okay, HSS, human sexuality student. By the conclusion of your third and final paragraph, it appears to me that this might be the first time that you're trying to have both vanilla sex and consensual non-consent with the same partner. So that's the context I'm going to go with. All right, everybody else, let's back it up a second. Non-consensual or consensual non-consent, known as CNC. I have feelings. I have old guard feelings about this stuff. CNC is serious. It's like choking. It's one of these things, actually breath play. Okay, this is called breath play, not choking. It is one of those kink things that, thanks in a lot to porn, has gone sort of mainstream, or at least it used to be like out here on your kink journey, and now it's like here. Yeah, the order's mixed up. Why? Because it is a very serious type of edge play, okay? Edge play is when you're pushing up on the limits of what kink reasonably allows an adult consensual situation where everybody is risk aware and, down for the action. And somebody has to be knowledgeable. So why is it that risky? One second, taking more notes. Okay. Because you are giving up total control to someone. Otherwise known as, even if it's temporarily, it's total control, otherwise known as total power exchange, TPE. TPE is what we're talking about when we start talking about collared submissives, couples or pods living in a 24/7 dominant and submissive dynamic. And that's why it really matters, because consensual non-consent is in that group of play within the kink community that is arguably the most potent. All right. So if I was teaching your boyfriend to drive, would I start him on a Toyota Corolla or a Ferrari? Unfortunately, with the way the internet and the consequences thereof, and of course, I am pro body autonomy and self-expression. I'm not even going to ever debate that on my channel. Okay. Duh. Come here knowing that. So because of the mix up in the order, due to the consequences of this new era that we are all trying to figure out on our own, figure out with one another, plotting, falling, getting back up again. Okay, let's not start him on a Ferrari. Let's find a nice Toyota Corolla for your boy to begin with. Possibly a little over the knee spanking might be more pleasurable for him too. You never know what he's into. He might not know what he's into. And the way you could take something as sweet as an OTK, over the knee spanking, and make it consensually non-consensual, CNC, is by one of two things. No, one thing. Set up a period of time within which it can happen, that he can grab you and put you over his knee. Few ways you could go with this. You could do an hour an afternoon, so he can just like get in and check that box, get out, see what he thinks about it. You could, that's probably what I would recommend, honestly, right? And once you guys sort of get those gears going, right, you start to get this dynamic, lubricated. You could try going out for an evening on a date night and knowing that at some point it's going to happen and you're not going to get to choose when. See how adventurous he is, like naturally, organically. If that is nice, then you can take that and stretch it out over like a 3-week period and set a certain number of spankings that will occur within that period of time. Now, do not put any pressure on your Dom. Do not put any pressure on new Doms, especially. I'm talking about how you would build towards this. And the goal is not to get to some 3-week soft CNC. I'm so hungry. I haven't eaten all day. I did eat actually, but I need to eat again. The goal is not to like reach some 3-week mark. The goal is to build intimacy and connection and trust at each level. Because maybe it will build to a 3-week situation, right? Maybe it will build into something like completely different. You don't know where this is going to go. So that would be my advice to you. And I really appreciate your question. If you have friends and they want to send in a question, I'd be super, super, super happy to answer it. In general, it's always a great idea, especially with pleasure, to take your time and trust your gut. And of course, no matter what, listen to and respect your partner. All right. Talk soon, y'all. I don't even know how to stop this. Oh, the end stream button. Ciao, Bellas.